Poppasteves here, back working on this crazy crafter idea. For those who didn't see my last video, the idea is I want to be able to craft dispensers, droppers, or pistons on demand. What I mean by on demand is I want to be able to select which one I want to craft and feed it some redstone and have the items automatically crafted. Okay, started out with a little bamboo farm, really small. There's only 9 bamboo there. Crafting up the planks I need to make pistons. And I've also put together stone generator where I can easily just come here and accumulate a whole bunch of cobblestone, because one thing about crafting up the dispensers, droppers, and pistons all require a lot of stone, cobblestone. So this will give me a source. Got an array of hoppers that feed down through a sorting system that pulls out the stone or the cobblestone and drops them down to a storage chest currently down below where the crafting machines will be. I also have a chest on the end here, so if anything falls in there that isn't stone or cobblestone and the odd bit that skips by and doesn't actually fall into the filter will end up in this chest. As you can see, I can get a lot of cobblestone. But what we need to work on today is the control panel. Like I said, we're going to have 3 different crafters going. So I want to be able to select. I push a button and say I want dispensers, or I push a button and say I want droppers, or I push a button I want pistons, and signaling which crafter to actually craft and produce what I'm after. It's the whole idea. Okay, now what we got to do here is, because there's 3 options, so I want to be able to like push a button here and select this one, but if I go and push this button, I want it to turn that one selection off. I don't want to just put levers up to make my selection, because then I'd have to go back and unselect. What we can use, this, no, you know what, I'm going to put this there, put my copper bulb here, and then this and this, and if I put a button on this block, press the button, turns on the copper light, press the button again, turns off the copper light. Okay. That works well. So if I was to put a, build this wire here, I want a comparator here. The copper bulb does not put off a redstone signal. I can't get a signal from it, but if I put a comparator here, the redstone dust here, Now, when the button gets pressed, light comes on, comparator sees it, redstone signal. Okay. This is all working. Good start, I think. Let's get down here. So what I'm going to need, right on the end of that redstone dust, would be a sticky piston. Right there, I'll extend. In the face of that sticky piston, I'm going to put a slime. There. Bottom of my slime, I'm going to have a redstone block. And on the face of the slime, I want observer. Observer goes right there. And in front of this observer, where to put my stone? Let's put stone. And this will be straight across the back here. Now, I know this doesn't make sense at this point. You must be wondering, well, what the heck is this guy doing? But I do have a plan. I do have a system. Block doesn't need to be there anymore. Okay. I'm going to put this here, this here. I'm going to put a repeater here. I'm going to put that repeater on 4 tick delay, and then I need another sticky piston here. Push me up. Put a block there, yes I can. I can put a block there, there, there. Repeater. A little bit of redstone dust. Trust me, I will explain this in a moment. We want to put stone here. I can put stone there. It's getting late. I should go to bed. I know this is hard to follow what I'm doing, and I promise I will explain. Okay. This will go here. Back there so I can get up here. these guys. Another repeater right here. And then some more redstone dust. And redstone dust will be all along here also. Okay. This doesn't look confusing, I bet. So my redstone bulb is powered, everything's turned on. I push the button, it'll turn off. Okay. So as we can see, power's off, piston retracts, pulls this observer back, and this piston is now down. Note, this piston is in the down position. This signal doesn't go through any longer. That is key. Once this thing is light, remembering 4-tick delay, this goes up and actually connects the circuit. Okay. So what we want to do, build this all again. So I have 2 of them. It's really hard to explain what I'm doing here. No, the bulb has to go here. And unfortunately, it takes a little bit of room. So here's where the button's going to be. There's going to be 2 more. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then we end up with another copper bulb here. And then we will need 2 more. I believe. And we place our buttons here. Button here and a button here. Okay. So now what we need to do, want to do, is build the same thing I just built here. Now on these guys. Okay. I think I can reach this from here. So did I bring enough stone? Hope so. So I need a spot for comparator. I need a spot for some redstone dust. Then the piston goes on. Comparator, redstone dust, then the piston. So I'm just copying the circuit I built earlier. Do I have redstone dust? Yes, I do. So redstone dust goes there. On the edge of that redstone dust, I need a piston. Right there. Perfect. And on the face of the piston, we'll have slime block, nice sticky block of slime. And underneath that slime block, we'll put redstone block. Correct. So now, below this block, we need a spot for our piston and our repeater that gives us our 4-tick delay. Okay. I'm sorry, I know this gets really confusing what I'm doing. Hang in there. This does get pretty cool. It solves a problem. Yeah, I need to be able to select one of three machines to function. I don't want all three machines working at the same time. I don't want to get, a million dispensers. I don't need that many. I just want them on demand. I want to be able to what am I doing? I want them all on so that I can get all the. All right, and then this one should be over one more. I think that's right. I think that's right. Okay, back up to the top. Yeah, I want on demand. I want either pistons, droppers, or dispensers. Don't want all three at the same time. I do want to be able to craft all three, but so now the only thing left here two. Here's where our repeater goes. Repeater there. 1, 2, 3, 4 tick delay. Max delay there. These are sticky pistons. Here. Repeater on there. Redstone dust, redstone dust, redstone dust. Oh, redstone dust there, redstone, and another repeater. No delays. Oh yes. And also need observer. On the face of this slime. Like so. When that piston gets pressed forward, it's going to signal this line. Like so. There. Doing it from the wrong end. It's easier to start from this side. A repeater. A sticky piston. Block. Yes, I'm using iron blocks. I have a lot of iron. Notice I have a big, monstrous iron farm. And, well, I got a lot of iron, that's all I gotta say. There. Yes, we are getting to the end. Oh, not there. And another repeater. We have it like so. Oh, looks like we're done. Okay. Currently, that first one is selected, powering this piston, pushes this observer up to this line. When it first got pushed, this observer put out a signal. We'll send a signal back if the lights are off, as in these guys. Nothing will happen. The signal will come here. But because this piston is extended, the signal will go through and power, turning that light off. All seems good in theory, but let's see it in action. Let's put this together. So, if I want this, we'll turn that one off, and now I have this one. If I press this one, it'll turn that one off, and now this one's selected. I can go over here, and as you can see, now I can turn this one off, so now nothing is selected. Whichever one I put on, whichever one I select, it'll turn off the previous one. So now I have a control panel. To select my individual little farms. Crafters, I suppose. So, let me try to explain this once again. When you push the button, it'll power the copper bulb. Comparator reads that copper bulb, notes that it's on, will send a signal here, which will extend this piston and power that repeater, but that repeater has a 4-tick delay. The observer is extended and it powers this line. So that comes up. Signal will come through this repeater. Because this one's delayed, the piston will not be in the up position and will not have any effect on this bulb. Again, with button 2, seeing how it's not powered, this piston is not extended, signal will not go through and will have no effect on the bulb. This one, because this is the bulb that is lit, the piston is extended, so when the signal comes through, this will go through the block, completes the circuit, and will turn that bulb off. Fortunately, with the tick delay, this block gets raised and is ready for the next button press. Push it. And turns off the previous. So now we have, I should get some redstone lamps or something. So because we have this here, okay, this one's extended, I'll use that as where my redstone dust can go. I use here, just use stone. It's awkward. So if I put redstone dust here, It will get powered by that redstone block, and I can take that signal over and enable whichever crafting machine I want operating. So then we select another number, the piston gets pulled back, and now there's no more signal. And I'll do the same for all the other redstone blocks that are there. Okay, let's clean up the stuff I don't need so it doesn't confuse me. There's the control panel, the start of the control panel. I only want to have one here. The next thing we got to do is, now this is going to be on demand. I want to select which one I want, and then I have to put some signage or something on here. Might change out these blocks a little bit too, but anyways, I want to be able to select what I want to craft, but then I'm going to put in redstone to tell you how many I want to build. And this should be fairly simple. Although I kind of think I want it back in the wall. Kind of think I want it. Really good English. So right, I'm going to make it here. Extend this platform a little bit. The hoppers will go down there. This would be the level. This is where there'll be a comparator. I'm doing this wrong. I'm not wrong, just like upside down, but I'm kind of figuring out my spacing here. So that's going to be there. And this is where the hopper line is going to go down. Get off the lantern. So here. For now, I am just going to put a double chest. Here and here. On top of this, we're going to put a hopper. Put a second hopper. Cool. Right. I really got to think about this stuff when I'm building it. So this is where the redstone torch is going to be. Correct. So basically, all I'm building here is a filter. The system to say, okay, I only want redstone coming in here. Can't have anything else flowing through. Right? We want to put, we're working with crafters, we need the exact ingredient to craft up the items we want. So what I'm doing is putting your typical item filter system here. Used them all over the place. Drop her there, drop her there. I want a double chest here. Not a double chest, a single chest. So this would be the input for our redstone. So this will be how we'll select what we want to craft. This one, so the one of three. And then here is where we will install our redstone. Yeah, okay. I gotta go make up some placeholder blocks. And get this filter system. Same filter system I used everywhere to filter out the different items. So now I'm filtering so that I only get the items I want. Put anything else in the machine, it won't accept it. Okay, so we do this with oh yeah, the anvil. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and then I'm going to rename them, these blocks, to something like so. And I'm going to need some more redstone dust, and that will be our filter setup. Okay. Right to our interface area. This one we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, for some reason I got that. I hope that doesn't cause an issue. No. Okay. 29. Okay, I'll do it like so. So if we put in redstone here, redstone will flow through. Correct? I didn't need to put 64 in there, but hey. There. But because they were searching for redstone, if I put anything else in here, it won't flow through. Alright. Gotta be redstone. Cool. Only redstone will flow. Well, that was easy. That was like extremely easy. Dress this up a little bit. So Just going to do one final little detail, and I wonder, do I have any item frames? Do I have item frames? Could put labels, but item frames look kind of cool too. I don't think I'm going to have item frames over here, but I'm sure I have leather that I can make item frames. I know I haven't leveled up my clerics. No, not clerics. Cartographers. Not leveled them up enough yet, so they will not be able to sell me any. I really should do that. Let's see, I gotta have leather somewhere. I only need 3 item frames. Like, leather, I know I have leather somewhere. Carp armor. Crafting table. Leather. 1, 2, 3. How about sticks? Okay, I can get sticks. That's no problem. Food. So I'm pretty much got the old control panel sorted out here. Need some planks. I can make some sticks. And I can make 3 item frames. And then a dropper. I don't even have a dispenser. Piston. And then, yeah, I don't even have a dispenser. I have a dropper. Okay, well, I'm going to have to craft one at some point. Let's see how this goes. Can I put an item frame here? Probably not, because it's the carpet. No. So I put one there, one there, one there. Put my stairs like this. Getting ahead of myself. Ah. Nice. I do enjoy showing people how not to do it. See. Okay, there we go. So it's our interface. I'm going to put a dropper there. I'm going to put a regular piston here. And once I get a dispenser, I haven't crafted them yet, I'm going to put the dispenser there. Cool. And grab a bowl so I can make a dispenser. Let's go make our dispenser. Should have done this before. Apologize. Redstone. dispenser now, furnace. No, what am I lacking? Does it not? Because dispensers are goofy. This is what I'm talking about. This is why dispenser is so goofy to craft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 slots of cobblestone. Okay. That's why I want to make an automatic crafting machine. Okay, dispenser. So I don't think that has to be there. So I could put a block there and put a sign up there. Maybe. We'll think about that. This is where we'll put our redstone. I've got to put a redstone only. And then over here, or maybe down a little bit, I will have where the items, whatever items you select, will get dispensed into a chest where we can gather up our goods. It's all coming together here. It's not that complicated. You got the one item only. We select. Cool. Everything's working well. Doesn't matter which button you push. It will always turn off the one that's lit. And there you can turn them all off. So that's sort of an issue, but not really. Down here with our little, let's get the bed. This is where our redstone will end up. From here, I'll cart it off and fill the crafter, the appropriate crafter that needs to be crafted based on our selection. Crafting on demand. Okay. Well, there's our control panel. Next stage, start building the crafters. For now, this is Poppasteves signing off, and I'll be back with more of this crazy crafter project.